So there are many accounts of people who, for example, had a near-death experience and they left their body for a moment and they were greeted by their spirit guides who told them something like, it's not your turn yet, or something like that, or you are not following your path. Okay, this is Mike Sigla from TruthTheory.com and welcome to another episode of True Spirituality. This is my series on metaphysics, esotericism, mysticism and spirituality. And if you're new here, please subscribe because this is already episode 37. So have a look at previous episodes. We are covering loads of different topics: starseeds, law of one, hermetic philosophy, reincarnation, different teachings in spirituality, metaphysics, loads of fascinating topics. The goal is to understand nature of reality on some of the deepest levels. So this is the theme here. So welcome if you are new here. Have a look at patreon.com/TruthTheory and help us in creating more content. You get access to some exclusive perks there as well, because we can only create content with your help. So if you become a supporter, you help us to do more videos, and thank you for that. And also have a look at TruthTheory.com/coaching if you want to work with me on one-to-one basis. I'm actually doing mentoring and coaching online, so have a look. It's TruthTheory.com/coaching. And now let's talk about today's topic. So spirit guides. Who are spirit guides? Why do we have spirit guides? Do we have spirit guides? What's the evidence? Does everyone have a spirit guide? How many? Who are they? All these questions, we're going to try to answer them today. So there are many accounts of people who, for example, had a near-death experience and they left their body for a moment and they were greeted by their spirit guides who told them something like, it's not your turn yet, or something like that, or you are not following your path.
Without oxygen for 30 minutes. And the statistical likelihood of my survival should have been zero. There's absolutely no doubt in my own mind that I was physically dead. I was immediately greeted by a group of somethings. I don't know what to call them. People, spirits, beings.
My first guest is an all-American teenager, but when she nearly drowned, her life was altered. Crystal Mercelock claims to have seen heaven.
When I was 7 years old, I went to a birthday party and we went swimming, and I went down to the deep end of the swimming pool and I got pushed in. I started struggling. I panicked. I needed to get back up to the top of the water. I needed to get air. And when I realized that I couldn't get into the top of the water, I felt unconscious into deep. I looked toward the light and I see this lady coming out of the light, and I just stopped where I was and just watched her come. And she came to me and she picked up my hand and stood me up and said, "My name is Elizabeth. I am your guardian angel and I will help you." And from there, she led me down to through the light to what I believe was heaven. And from right there, I was greeted by deceased relatives who had died before I went in the swimming pool. And they gave me hugs, patted me on the back, said, we're really glad you're here, Crystal, we're really glad you made it.
This is a common thing. This is, for example, one of pieces of evidence that this is a real deal. It's not just like imaginary friends or anything like that. It's a real phenomenon. There are many ways how you can actually have evidence for that. Through regression, these near-death experiences, higher states of consciousness, like when you meditate for years and years, you can get guidance from your spirit guides. We're going to talk about how to get guidance as well, but let's start from the very beginning. So everyone has spirit guides. Every single person on this planet has a group of spirit guides. It's not just one, it's a group. From what I understand, when I talk to psychics, people who can see them, who can interact with them, we are talking about a group of anywhere between, let's say, 5 to 15 around. So you have a whole team some of them are assisting you throughout your whole life. They know you more than you know yourself. They know you more than your mom knows you. You know, they know you really well. Some of them actually have been assisting you for many incarnations as well, so they know you better than you know yourself. There are also temporary spirit guides. So basically, sometimes you have a task or something to overcome, some project in life, and you might have a spirit guide that's focusing on that. I'm going to try to assist you so you can finish your thing, you know, do your thing here. So they're going to come and go. So spirit guides are part of this reincarnation cycle process, and they're actually assisting us in fulfilling our soul plan. I made actually videos about soul plan if you want to know more about it, but what happens is that you plan a lot of significant events in your life before you incarnate, and you actually, apparently this happens during meetings with spirit guides and souls of other people who you're going to interact with once you are in the body, right? So really, spirit guides are kind of like a helpers or a safety mechanism to help you to do your mission or, you know, fulfill your soul plan, right? I've heard that each one of them has like some tasks or focus on specific areas, something you need to overcome or achieve, whatever. The main spirit guide, your main spirit guide is your higher self, right? So if you don't know anything about higher self, have a look at my previous videos. But higher self is like you after you kind of accomplish most of your incarnations at the levels of up to 7th density. And in a way, because here we have linear time, but outside there's just mind, and you know, everything exists all at once. So your higher self is like your most advanced version of yourself that kind of projects itself into different lifetimes. Same way, like, let's say, you know, you think about your dream and you might have a different people or avatars or entities in your dream, but actually they're all in your mind and they're all you. It's kind of the same way. So for example, here, higher self can appear as a separate entity to communicate with you, try to give you guidance, but actually it's a part of your mind in a way. You are an aspect of your higher self. You are like a lower version of your higher self. So higher self is your main guide, the most important, and this entity is trying to help you to fulfill your soul plan. So that's one thing, right? Apart from that, we have a group of guides who can be, for example, deceased family members. So in my case, apparently my grandfather who died when I was 6 is one of my spirit guides. I've heard that independently from different people. So that's very interesting because, you know, one psychic would tell me, your grandfather is here, he is your spirit guide. Then I would go somewhere else, completely different person who doesn't know me, who doesn't know anything about that, gonna tell you, your grandfather is here. So this is how I kind of can get these ideas sometimes that confirm something to me, right? So it can be someone like a family member who died, for example, but also all sorts of other entities, extraterrestrials, for example. We are living in multi-dimensional universe that is teeming with life. So some highly advanced souls who've been incarnating, you know, into higher densities, they might have spirit guides that are entities from their other lifetimes when they were, for example, living in different bodies as extraterrestrials, for example. So spirit guides can assist you, sometimes give you lessons, warnings. So let's say you're not following your soul plan. Let's say you're doing something really silly. You're getting drunk on the weekends, and your spirit guides might actually arrange something for you, so you're gonna get a lesson and hopefully you won't repeat the mistake again. So for example, they might arrange a situation for you that's gonna give you a lesson. Let's say something's gonna happen, you're gonna get like slap in your face to not do the same thing again. We are constantly being guided, constantly. Every single day you get guidance from your spirit guides. They come in forms of ideas, suggestions. Sometimes you're meeting someone, or you decide I'm gonna go this path this way, and you meet someone. This often happens because of these influences that we get from our spirit guides, and we get influences all the time from other entities as well. So it depends on your level of vibration, because the higher you are, you attract the good guys, right, to help you. If you are like negative, low vibration, fear, ego driven, all these things, you get help from the lower guys as well. So these can be like a temporary kind of spirit guides as well. So something to think about. Another thing about spirit guides is that they respect your free will. So you have a soul plan, they know what's your soul plan, they try to help you to get your goals done in this incarnation without you remembering them, most likely. But you have free will, and they will always respect your free will. So if you decide to go different direction, they still might assist you. They're obviously gonna assist you, right? But they also might give you warnings and show you that this is not the path, this is not the way. But if you're stubborn, they're probably still gonna try to help you somehow. So they always respect your free will, because this is one of the key things, that free will has to be respected. And if you decide to do something else, they're gonna probably respect that. They're gonna give you some warnings if you're not doing the right stuff, but they're still gonna respect your free will. So this is like the basic stuff. Now in part 2 of this video, I'm gonna actually share with you how you can communicate with your spirit guides. How do they communicate with you? What kind of help you can get, or you should try to get. And this video is going to be exclusive for Patreon supporters. So if you're a supporter on Patreon, you're going to be able to watch this video. So thank you for checking this episode of True Spirituality, and let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Until next time.